Good morning everyone, welcome back to my allotment diaries. I am feeling marginally better today. I think when you get ill, do you ever get that thing where you don't quite realise when you're feeling better and when you're not feeling better? Because you just never feel like you're going to feel the same again. Do you know what I mean? So I find it quite hard to know when I'm feeling better, but I think I am today. Still a little bit bunged up, but yeah, definitely just overall feeling better. Just want to start today by sharing with you my beautiful clematis that I grew up my shed. So I planted this a few months ago now, I think. I think it's a Montana, but actually, you know what, I thought it was a Montana, but it's got purple flowers. And I've got one of these in my back garden, and I know it's an autumn flowering clematis, and it's one that you cut right back down to the roots. So actually I don't think it's a Montana, I think it's a different type, but it's absolutely stunning. It's done so well, and it's just doing exactly what I wanted it to do, which is to go all up my shed. So it's going to look really beautiful. Isn't it nice when you put a plant in the ground and it actually works and it actually doesn't die? I've actually forgotten what that feels like. Anyway, plot's still looking very overgrown, so we're going to work on a few sections today. I get a lot of questions asking, how do you clear your allotment plot? So if you go back in time into my videos, and I'm going to put a separate playlist up for these as well, you'll know that this plot here was totally overgrown when I took it on, and I worked really hard to completely clear it and put the structure in and basically start again. And I think I show everything in great detail, exactly what I did. So it's a great starting place. If you're not sure how to clear a plot, go back, look at those vlogs and see what I did basically, because that's exactly what happened with mine. This was just a jungle. I mean, it does look a bit jungly today. If I'm honest with you, it's not looking its best, but we're going to work on that today. But this video also might be quite helpful to you because I am going to start clearing some sections. So today I am going to start with this section here under the tree. As you can see, it's become very overgrown. It's got lots of different weeds in here. Let's see if we can identify some. How many weeds can I identify after 5 years of an allotment plot? Well, this is a bramble because it's prickly and it looks horrible. So that's a bramble. We've got a lot of bindweed in here, which you can see is like trying to destroy my lavender. This is all bindweed. This I don't know what it is, but it's very pretty when it flowers, but it spreads like wildfire. This one looks like it could potentially be borage, but it actually feels quite prickly. So I think it's that horrible great big prickly weed that really hurts. You have to wear gloves to get up. So that's how we've identified that one. This is an ornamental grass, which is starting off life very small, but these get really big and are very difficult to get out the ground. These, I would recommend getting rid of all of these immediately. That's about as many weeds as I can actually identify there. The point is they're all weeds and they need to come up. Oh my goodness. Oh, what's happening to all my apples? This is interesting. So this apple tree I found on my new plot, and I did trim it back a little bit because it was a little bit overgrown, but it's not doing too well now. It's a really cute little apple tree. It's so cute. It's small and it's kind of, I just love it. I wish it was standing up more though, but it's not. But the apples on it, look what's happening. They're sort of rotting from the bottom. That's really annoying. Is something eating them? Are these being eaten by something? I don't really know. It could be that something like a caterpillar or worms or a slug or a snail or something like that is getting into them and eating them. And to be honest, if that is what is happening, I don't really mind, because at least a creature is eating the apples. Do you know what I mean? At least they're nutritious or something. If it's to do with the tree and the tree's not well, that I'm a little bit more worried about. Some of them seem okay. Some of them seem okay. They seem okay. They also seem like a different variety. I wonder if this is like one of those trees that's like a hybrid, because these are bright red. These are like bright red apples here, and these are like slightly speckled. Anyway, what do I know? Nothing. I'll be honest with you, absolutely nothing about trees or apples or plants really. I'm just here, just whacking stuff in. I don't know what I'm doing. This apple tree's gone crazy. And all the apples are dropping over my plot. I've got to clear these up before the waspies get to them. One of my least favourite weeds of all time, if I had to choose, would be bindweed. Let me see if I can find some bindweed. This is bindweed when it's in like active growth. This is what the leaves look like, and it's sort of long and spindly like this. You might see it dragging along the floor or wrapping itself around stuff. It has white flowers sometimes, and under the ground, if you find the roots, they're like white and stringy. And this is the worst weed by far. We call it bindweed because it quite literally binds itself to plants or to anything, and it wraps itself around it in order to dominate really, and just to be the best weed. Do you know what I mean? So an example here is the bindweed has wrapped itself around my lovely sunflower, and what it's doing basically is trying to pull itself up off the ground. So there it is. Here it is, it's grown here, it's started to wrap itself up around the sunflower so that it can get all the nutrients, it can get the sunlight, and it stops the sunflower from being able to get all the sunlight it needs, and it basically just strangles it. I will try and rescue you. Right, I've killed it now, so it is dead. That is an excellent start. There's another bit, look, oh, two of them working together. They're working in cahoots to destroy the sunflower, and I won't let them. You horrible plant. Not you, sunflower, we love you. The bindweed. Look at that. The amount of times it's binded itself. My goodness, look. Horrible. Right, so once I pulled all of the weeds up and tried to get all the roots out, I hoed it over. This is a hoe. If you didn't know, if you don't have a hoe, get a hoe. This is my hoe. You can't have my hoe because we can't share hoes, it's the rule. You can't share a hoe. A hoe is basically, it's sharp at the end like this. It's like a weird looking shovel thing, and then you just run it over the surface and it breaks up any of the roots of the weeds. So it's good to hoe over your beds every so often. You just do this across the surface and it breaks up any of the smaller roots of smaller weeds. It won't work on bigger weeds because their roots are a bit bigger, but you can kind of just do it before they develop into bigger weeds. So this is what the space is looking like now. As you can see, we can actually see where the plants are, all the weeds are down, looking a lot better. So this is now, this section has sort of been tamed and put under control again. It would be very tempting for me to go around now and just try and do all the weeding in one go, but you can't do that, guys. You have to select a section at a time. If you tried to do it all in one go, you will burn yourself out. It will be exhausting. Because I'm not well, I'm just doing that section today. Next time I'll come along, I'll choose another section and I will clear that. That is the best advice I can give you for clearing any allotment plot, a new allotment plot, an overgrown allotment plot. Just tackle it in sections and relax. Right, I think the next job I want to do is collect up all these apples, because what's going to happen is the wasps are going to come over, if they're not already, and sit in them, and as I walk past I'm going to get stung again. So I always get stung. Also, it really smells. I'm not a fan of the rotting apple smell, if I'm honest. Some people probably like that. It probably reminds them of cider or something, but for me it's just no thank you. I've just spent the last like half an hour looking for my scissors. If you get frustrated watching these, trust me, no one is more frustrated with me than me. I was literally using them the other day and I just do not remember where I put them. So there we go, they've gone forever. All I wanted to do was tie in these peas because I remembered that they were coming away from their structure, and I just want to make sure that they're up against it a little bit so they don't blow and snap. They're doing really well, like they've got fantastic, like they've got flowers on them, they're growing really well. They're very happy peas, but yeah, these guys are doing amazing. But I just want to make sure they don't snap. If we get a windy day, they will snap. Unless I come along and snap them first. Oh, I'm sorry, peas, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. All right. Structure to climb up. Do they climb up it? No. They just panic. Oh, that's annoying. One of my beetroot's been eaten. I wonder if the rest of them will still be okay though. I don't really know what's going on in here. It's a bit like a jungle. Basically, it's supposed to be beetroot and carrot in here. I can see a carrot there. Do we actually have a carrot? I can't see one. I can't see one. Oh, there's lots of beetroot under here. That's good. Oh wow, that's really good. I grew this from a seed, you know. That is crazy. Very exciting. Not many carrots though. Not really mentally prepared to harvest beetroot today because I don't really know what to do with it right now. I haven't thought about it. Beetroot's one of those things that I need to think about what I'm going to do with it before I pick it. But what I have seen down here is very exciting, so we're going to go and pick some of these. So I have noticed that some of my tomatoes are ready to harvest. I actually don't remember the variety of these. This is one that I picked up as my tester tomato plant from B&Q, and I just whacked it in the ground to see if it would die or not, to see if the rest would be able to survive being outside, and it did, so I left it in, but I don't know what variety it is. Literally the worst allotment vlogger in history because I never know the variety of things that I grow, but they're orange and they are round and they look very done, so we're going to pick them and I'm going to try a couple of them today. Also, these are doing fantastic. Cannot wait for these to be done. Please don't get blight. Please, 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 I'm begging you, please do not get blight. Here they are, looking so cool. Okay, right, we're going to pick some. Look at that. What a beaut. Let's try it together. Oh, juicy. Mmm. Oh my god, just spilt it all over myself. All over my jeans. Fantastic, lovely. There is nothing like the fresh taste of a tomato, honestly. It's just the best thing ever. My goodness, are you kidding? I was wondering when you were going to rock up here, Rocky. Hi. Hi, Rocky. Did you miss me when I was away? Been away for ages, Rocky. Did you miss me? Did you miss me? Rocky, you didn't pull my sweet corn down, did you? You didn't pull my sweet corn down, did you? Was it you? Was it you or was it the fox? He just wouldn't do it to me, he just wouldn't. Oh. His tail, it's just like so long. I just want to end the vlog by saying a massive thank you if you have subscribed to my YouTube channel, and thank you for supporting me on the ads that I take. I don't take many ads, but when I do take them I try to make sure I'm working with sustainable companies, companies that fit my values. I just want to thank you for supporting me and supporting the ads that I put up. It means a lot to me and it helps, you know, my family, it helps to pay the bills and stuff. I make a lot of content, as you know. I make 3 videos a week, which I've been pretty consistent with, and I try to make them as entertaining and interesting as possible. I sometimes take ads and it just pays the bills, so thank you so much for supporting me with those. I will see you again in my next vlog, which will be on Friday. Have a lovely rest of your gardening week. See you Friday, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.